Yo, what's up? Jelly Bean, good to have you in. Justin Crypto, good to have you in. We're getting started here. W's in the chat, like the stream. How you guys doing? It's already Wednesday, man. Halfway done with the week already, man. Crazy. Yeah, I was seeing some things in the Bitcoin chart potentially. A potentially bullish pattern. Let me know how my volume is, guys. Yeah, I got everything pulled up so we can go over some charts. I'll go over like whatever charts you guys want me to look at, but why I streamed tonight was because even though I got wrecked yesterday, I lost like $400 trying to long. I still think maybe there's a chance that Bitcoin could go up. All right, sweet. Good to have you guys in. Trader Geo, Miss Baker, Julia, Jellybean. I got all my ladies. I got all my ladies in the chat. Thanks, girls. It's just me and the girls. And then Zoinked. We got Zoinked in the chat and my boy Trader Geo. Hell yeah, man. Screw these losers. Let's do some crypto analysis tonight. But as you guys know, Bitcoin's very far from last year's VWAP still. And it's debatable on which chart. Like if you look at the charts, some charts we came close to that. Makes you want to take profit on that idea, spiritual profit on the idea of that leap. But maybe the year-to-date leap is not done yet. Because when we look at other Bitcoin charts, look how far away last quarter's VWAP is on this chart. So, you know, we're in this new year. We ran very far from last year's VWAP, last quarter's VWAP. So, like, I'm still kind of looking toward the upside, even though I would be bullish potentially if we did have to come down all the way down and come down to these lows, then I would be bullish down there too. But I have my sight is set on this last year's year-to-date level, if that makes sense. So it got me thinking, guys, because what happened here recently was we came down and we swept 2 weekly candle lows. And let me go on regular candles real quick, because the Heikin-Ashi is not accurate. Here we go. So it's still a little bit early. It's still a little bit early. As you can see, these old weekly candle lows, which were support, they became resistance. There's still kind of resistance at this point. So there's like probably going to be like a little bit of a fight in here. Look at the down slopingness of the current week to date VWAP. You know, that's still a very downslope VWAP right there. So it's still a little bit sketchy. Like we haven't like bust out and we haven't returned back to last week's VWAP and dispelled the bearishness underneath this week's VWAP yet. Still a bit early. But what I love here is like we swept the weekly candle lows, right, guys? And then also we got this thing here, this daily SFP. So that's a cool confluence of sweeping structure there. As you guys know, I love like high time frame liquidity events. That's like pretty much my only basis for entering trades anymore is high time frame liquidity events. So the weekly candle lows getting taken. Unfortunately, I did try to long in here, like, you know, I longed here, and I'm pretty sure this wick just took me out. So I was on the sidelines like last 2 days, kind of just thinking maybe it was going to go just start cracking down, you know. But then yesterday came this SFP structure here, and now like we just shoot back up, and we're contending with these old weekly lows. So this trade that I have on the board, I'm not really sold on it yet, but this is the year-to-date leapfrog, guys. This is the idea that Bitcoin wants to return to last year's VWAP and potentially the VWAP from the all-time high on this chart. So look, you place a VWAP from the very tippy top back in October. On this chart, we have not hit that VWAP yet. Now, I know that on Twitter, I was bragging about this VWAP because on this other Bitcoin chart, the Bitstamp chart, we did hit that VWAP and we got a big reaction there. But I'm not really... I would like more play up at these higher levels up here, man. Like, that weird high that we put in on, like, Wednesday or some shit last week, like, I hated that high. Like, the timing was wrong. I wasn't able to catch it. There was no SFP to the upside to hop into a short. It sucked, man. I didn't hop into this short on the way down. So I would like for price to go back up there. Catching up on the chat, man. Ricky Spanish, good to have you in. Jack and a Crack. Man, you guys, I'm the flopping Groper, but you guys, your names are weirder than mine, man. We got Jeanette in here. I'm telling you, it's me and the ladies tonight. We got Mr. Machine. The Machine. I never realized, bro, your name is like Machine. Machine the Machine. FG, what about your original TA from December and we take out 74 or 78 before making the yearly leap? Yes, dude. I'm on board with that too. I've been on board with that as well. Like, if we take this previous quarter's level, depending on how it plays out, that is a high time frame liquidity event and something that we should look at as a potential opportunity, especially if last year's year-to-date hasn't been tagged yet. The reason why I'm not just shorting is because ultimately my sights are set on that last year's year-to-date, right? So I'm really looking to the upside. I'm just open to downside. Does that make sense? I don't necessarily want to short my way down there because all we've seen on Bitcoin is just these higher lows. And it kind of looks like maybe we could just be getting another higher low here. Machine the Machine said, yeah, people don't get that it's Machine. Yeah, because the people are like trying to be tolerant because your name is like Arabic or something. I don't know where it's from, man, but you never know, man. Maybe people are just trying to be tolerant, but I immediately, I'm good with puns and wordplay, so I see Machine the Machine, and that makes me happy, man. So I hate to be so flip-floppy, guys. You know, if we got a 3M candle sweep, I'd be looking at that as an opportunity, but also I think that this action that we've seen recently is a potential. This has some potential here because it's weekly candles. It's 2 weekly candles getting taken and 2 daily candles here. That's a lot of confluence, and that's real confluence. That's not like, oh, a bunch of oscillators are agreeing. It's not redundancy. It is confluence. Ricky Spanish said, we need to start moving. I'm waiting to fire along. Low time frame mini VWAPs flipping bearish again. Yeah, man, like, look what we're dealing with currently. is this downsloped week to date VWAP, which we have not gotten over. Usually you come up into that and you do get a push to the downside. So it's like you're hoping that this low right here holds. Like, this is your invalidation right there. Like, it just kind of has to hold, in my opinion. Like, it has to stay in here, and it has to do something like this and just play around in here and then go up like that. So yeah, man, I actually did rush into, fuck, I gotta log back into my, I'm not logged into my E-Trade, but I did buy a Bitcoin option, the Grayscale ETF, or the Grayscale fund or whatever. Like, let me pull it up. So I got some February calls on this to go back up here. And it looks like on this chart, there's a big gap here too, guys. That's an interesting little detail. Is that on the Grayscale chart, there is a gap here. Potential. I mean, all Bitcoin has to do is rotate up to the top of the weekly range here. And it's back at the year to date. So this is kind of like a last line in the sand for me, guys. I tried longing on Monday. It didn't work. I want to try and long this too, man. So I got an option on this for February. We're going to see how it does. What are some lagging confirmations we could wait for? So, like, obviously, the week-to-date VWAP is still sloped down. Still a lot of bearishness just in what's going on right now. But this is flattening out. That VWAP is flattening out. Even if we had to come down, by the time it's like you get back up here, this is pretty flattened out. And the price has, like, a chance to get that leap back to, like, last week's VWAP. And by the time it gets to last week's VWAP, like this level, it'll be looking pretty strong. Like, it might reject there short term, but it might climb over both week-to-date VWAPs again. And then you're bullish over 2 week-to-date VWAPs. And then you're kind of just on your way. But yeah, like some lagging confirmation that you could look for is obviously reclaiming of this area right here. Like these 2 weekly candlestick lows. Getting on top of this shit is really, really important. You may not even want to long until you do that. I'm just a little bit hasty. And it was an option, so there's no stop loss. I just have to be right sometime between now and February 20th. So yeah, reclaiming the weekly levels and then reclaiming the week-to-date VWAP. Flipping the weekly VWAP bullish. That's a really great lagging indication. Baker says she's seeing green dots. Yeah, some other things I'm seeing. The daily chart. Look at daily market cipher here, guys. It's, you know, we were dealing with a really tough daily bear div, but the oscillator has cooled off. And that yellow oscillator's chipping to the upside. We go to the 12-hour, and this is about to mature into a trigger wave. This is a nice little trigger wave here. There is hidden bullish divergence. Doesn't always play out. Does not always play out. But you do have higher low in price. And this lower low in the oscillator. The money flow did flip into the green. So on this 12-hour. On the daily, the money flow, it came into the green here. That kind of paints a nice picture, right? Like, there's anchor trigger here. There's anchor trigger that played out, and it just seems like this is kind of like, from a market cipher oscillator perspective, there's a case here on the daily chart that the money flow's going into the green, and this was just kind of like that healthy pullback. And I was damn near baited into being super bearish and thinking the big sweep, the big crash is coming and stuff. A lot of traders on Twitter, over here on Twitter, all these assholes, a lot of people are bearish, man. So gosh, what if Bitcoin just rotated to the top of the range? The reason why this would happen, guys, in my opinion, as you guys know, most quarters, like a new quarter begins, and we do get that high time frame sweep. Like, you sweep last quarter's levels, and as soon as whales and institutions and ETF flows are at their absolute maximum, that's when the insiders push the button and screw everybody. You know, it's like that's usually what happens every quarter. The reason why it may not happen this quarter, I'm just trying to make sense of what I'm seeing. The reason why we may not tag the low first is because, think about it, guys. If it's a bear market year in the 4-year cycle, then these lows are going to be taken eventually, right? So why not just leave them in the dust? We'll leave these lows in the dust. We'll get our year-to-date leap. The only problem is in a bear market year, this actually could be resistance. Like, I know back in April when we came back to the year to date, that was only like the halfway point for pumpage. And that was not a good resistance. I remember shorting that and getting absolutely wrecked and smoked. Right? But this time around, there is a much more bearish context in the overall look of the chart. Like, if we go to the monthly, observe the complete loss of momentum under the 60 level. This is a bull run ending type of signal when you lose that 60 line and you get the red dot and you start dumping. The momentum is gone, guys. Like, the train, it's like the coal in the train has been used up and the train is just coasting. It's still going fast, but there's no more gas in the tank. It's just running on fumes at this point on the monthly chart. So with that context, it doesn't it kind of lend a little credence to the idea that maybe like we could get one more push up here, but then the bear market resumes and then we do come and sweep these lows, you know, later in the year or something. There's so many bad things that could happen, like tariffs, and there's like this huge backdrop of all this geopolitical shit going on, and people might get scared. Even though these things are like good for Bitcoin in the macro, people could get scared, or like the markets as a whole could go down. Vorchik says, just smoked a blunt and my favorite streamer is live. Dude, oh my god, man. So I don't even smoke that much weed anymore. I used to smoke a lot of weed, and then I quit. Like all of 2024 I quit. 2025 I did it a little bit, but my little sister just got me this this thing. It's like a hash vaporizer thing, and this thing's cool, man. Like, it doesn't make me cough, and it's like super smooth, so I'm with you, man. But I had to do a trade-off. I don't drink coffee anymore. Like, I haven't had any caffeine in like 2 weeks. But yeah, guys, I'm just ranting about Bitcoin for like an hour straight here, but I just kind of feel like this quarter's been different, man. Like, this, we're not getting the high time frame liquidity event that we usually get. And we shouldn't expect it to happen every single quarter. So I hope you guys are able to roll with the punches with me. And like, there is a promise of these types of events happening in future quarters this year. This quarter is just a little bit weird, man. Maybe it is like a bearish year overall, and we're just generating a shit ton of liquidity, and it just makes more sense for insiders to get the leap now and do whatever they want to do over that VWAP, you know, maybe like even a false push to the upside, and you get some right shoulder here. Who knows, man? Just some sort of like what I would call maybe a manipulation over the previous year's year-to-date VWAP, and then that's kind of just your top right there until like one big giant candle just comes and just shits all over everybody. I'm talking like this thing could just go, you know, just like all the way down. Because this is a lot of people's stop losses getting stacked up here, and things are really not looking too good in terms of the timing and Market Cypher Monthly and all that stuff. Just throwing out some ideas out there for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Baker says Greenland is doing well. What do you mean by Greenland? The 50,000 Inuit people who live there? There's only like 50,000 people who live there. I hope they're doing good. What do they do all day, man? Do they like club seals and shit? PS Efro says huge market short squeeze coming. I'm with you, man. Oh, Bag Vant Calsa. Man, I'm telling you, man, your guys' names are crazier than Flop and Groper. You guys are making me feel good about myself. Because these names are crazy, man. What about the weekly anchor wave in relation to the 1 day? I think the anchor wave is a sign of a potential little local bottom. You know? At least a psychological bottom, like... I don't know, it's kind of played out a lot to the point where with the money flow declining, there's not a lot of like oscillator agreement, because you do actually have this overall declining and pouring out. Like the money flow is exiting stage. So it's almost like the next red dot is like more strong than whatever bullish signals we see in this type of money flow scenario. But the reason why we have been holding so well is this is nice hidden bull div here, you know? But this has been playing out. This is already, we've been established. This weekly signal is kind of old. We already came up. We already hit the VWAP from the all-time high. On that chart. On this chart, on the Bybit chart, we have not. Justin Crypto says, I quit caffeine too. THC is all you need. Yeah, I think combining them really sucks, man. Like being on both, I don't know, man. I just feel stressed. The caffeine like really messes with my sleep, man. And I've been going to the gym a lot more and like really trying to dial in, cut back my weight. I like coffee with milk, so cutting that out has saved me a lot of liquid calories, first of all. But the caffeine effect, like my sleep was always so random and fucked up. But like the last 2 weeks or so with no caffeine, like I've just been waking up at 6:30 every morning and going on the elliptical. And like, yeah, it's like that's what was wrong with me is the caffeine, dude. Like that shit is, the caffeine's not good for you, man. Cypho says all the mainstream influencers are bearish. Crypto Wendy, Crypto Banter, they all capitulated. Sign of a bottom? Yeah, I mean, what I went over in the stream is what we're seeing here is a little bit of a confluence of weekly candle lows, the orange lines. Those are prior weekly candle lows. And then we got a little daily SFP action. So that's a nice confluence. That's a nice pattern there for you to justify why you would be bullish from this point. And the risk reward looks pretty bad, huh? Like this is like a pretty large, we're already far away from invalidation. So you have to aim big. Thankfully for you, there is targets up here that we would want to see. The all-time high VWAP in last year's VWAP. I mean, I could show you guys other examples of charts doing this. Look at Zcash. Zcash has been moving toward its last year's VWAP for the last few weeks, you know? So charts love to do this, man. Like, these big quarterly VWAPs establish the bias for you guys. That's why you guys got to get my VIP, so you have like an idea of, you know, I may not always give the best trades, but like I always update you guys on like the regime itself. Like, what is Bitcoin's regime? Where does it want to go eventually? And that's like a really important thing, especially if you're an options trader, but also if you're a perpetuals trader as well. Justin Crypto says, lemon water in the morning, great replacement. Yeah, man. Shit, man, I skip all the pleasantries in the morning these days, and I just go right into the fasted cardio, and I try to burn like 400 calories, and then my day begins. And then I got to exercise in that day. I got to lift weights, so I try to not even think about like the morning time, like almost like it doesn't even exist, because I'm just hella overweight, and I gotta just catch up like Heinz and take everything super serious, man. But I just went to the store and I bought electrolytes. That's like one thing I'm definitely missing. I wasn't doing well with my electrolytes. Machine says he's a personal trainer since his 20s, man. That's cool, man. There's some charts that are going crazy, guys. Nat gas. Look at nat gas. Holy shit, man. Commodities have just been on fire. You guys in the VIP know that I've been bullish on crude oil. It's been a little slow, but crude has a large gap up to last year's VWAP as well. New World Disorder says creatine. Yeah, of course I'm on creatine, bro. Aren't you guys all on creatine? I'm on creatine. I'm taking my vitamins. What the hell's that shit that's like good for your skin and hair follicles? My mind's blanking, but yeah, man, silver's been going crazy. I peppered some puts on silver, and I regret it. Because look how far silver is from its year-to-date VWAP. It's just going absolutely nuts. Like, the money flow, it like poured out. There's huge bear div here. Price was going up and waves are coming down. We're also in a new year. So it's like, it is ripe to get that healthy correction. But I might still get wrecked in my little silver put options that I got. It's like a 6 or 7 month prediction. UCO, this is a crude oil chart here that is tradable. I'm hoping for a year-to-date leap on this one as well. Same with XLE. Me and Evan Aldo and my brother, they were both bullish on this thing, so I jumped into it too, just because I don't want them to make money without me. But they're bullish on energy, so I went ahead and longed this shit too. I actually really like this action here, how this came out and took that low there in the new year. Like, the new year came, XLE got that healthy correction. Now it's like shooting to the upside. So I think that was a good play, man. Might be a good play. I actually have like a 7-month call option on MSTR as well, but I'm really scared for it. Like, I don't know, man, but the reason why I did it is because the percent gain that's possible if MSTR does pull this shit off is so crazy. Like, I felt like I had to take the trade. So as long as MSTR like at least tries to shoot back up to last year's year to date sometime this year, like, I'm gonna try and sell that. Looks like AMD is popping off still. Yeah, man. What other charts are you guys looking at? Check out Ethereum here. Never really getting a test of this VWAP from October 6th. That was the VWAP from Bitcoin's high. So Ethereum could maybe pump up here too. See money flow coming in to the green. And now we're getting trigger wave entries. I'm kind of glad that some of the normie influencers are bearish, because, yeah, a lot of people are super doom and gloom, and it's like, we'll get there eventually. We'll get there. Well, their wish will come true eventually. Oh, holy shit, guys. So, I tried to sell some gold the other day, and look what happened, guys. I brought 2 ounces of gold in to sell. I was able to sell one of them, but look what happened to the other one, guys. It was suspect. So the guy wouldn't buy it from me. Here's my receipt on that bar from JM Boyan, 1,500. I got this ounce for $1,500 back in 2019. I was like just a kid. So yeah, look, it was like wrapped in a nice Scottsdale mint packaging that it's still in, and yet it's failing their scans and shit. They're saying it's gold plated. So I reached out to JM Boyan support. I'm gonna see like what they can do, maybe trade it in. I hope they can trade it in for another bar and not just give me the 1,500 refund, man. That would be so trash. And yeah, it was even with the packaging, it was weighing not enough. It doesn't weigh enough. So if you guys have been stacking metals, just double check, man. Like, all you gotta do is take it to like a gold exchange or a pawn shop, and they've got those like $20,000 machines that scan it while it's inside the case, and it'll tell you if it's like gold plated or not, or silver plated or whatever. So yeah, man, I was shocked too, because JM Boyan is like pretty reputable website. So, but you're just not immune. Like, you got to double check. Like, if you buy a lighter from the gas station, don't just buy the lighter and walk out. Like, turn it on and see if the lighter works before you buy the lighter, you know? So I should have checked my gold when I bought it, but for some reason I was a naive kid. Adam Thomas in the house, man. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man, I got swindled, bro. But I think it'll be okay. Yeah, man, I'm hoping that shit plays out. So, potential bullishness on Bitcoin, guys. There are some licks down here at the low, so I mean, I would expect a little weird double bottom sweepage of this little low here. Take out these shitters, and then you could probably long from a low in this area here with your stop behind the big low, the big daily SFP. because there's the year-to-date leap. The year-to-date leap is still in play, and we're going to keep believing in it even until we sweep the previous quarterly candle, man. Even if we dump all the way down to 80K again, if we haven't come back up to this level up here, I'm going to still be rooting for it, because that's where the VWAP is. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much my spiel. I just wanted to get this off my chest. I know I don't usually stream on, like, Wednesdays these days, but we were seeing a weekly and a daily sweepage. I would just wait for some strength over these weekly levels, and then a reclaiming of the week-to-date VWAP, which is still a little bit sloped down. But after those lagging indications, it does look quite strong, especially once you start flipping the year-to-date into support. That'll be a very strong lagging signal. And there, even at that point, there's still a nice gap opportunity there for you, and other cryptos might be looking juicy. So look for this in the next day or so, guys. Are we going to reject here at these weekly lows that have become resistance, or is this actually going to screw people up, fake people out, return to the year to date, then the previous week to date? Oh shit, then we take the old monthly high, then we take the all-time high, boom, then you get your yearly leap. Bears wrecked. Once the bears are wrecked, well, you know what happens next. The bear market can continue. So that's my spiel, guys. If you like my spiel, consider joining my VIP. Link in the description below.